Welcome back to Call Me By Your Game, the podcast where I, your host, Connor McCabe, bring on a guest to hear from them about a meaningful or memorable video game from a particular moment in their life. Today, we're back in, some might say, the most indulgent and annoying format of the show. It is another top 10 favorite games of all time episode where I've brought three panelists. Some call them victims, to list their personal top 10 favorite video games of all time. A little bit of housekeeping before we really get into it is that if anybody plugs anything on the show, whether I ask them to or not, you'll be able to find a link to that stuff in the show notes. So if you're watching the video version on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcasts, scroll down and I'll have some nice links ready to go for you to find whatever we're up to. I don't know, maybe someone is going to keep talking about a sketch show they're doing, or I don't know, something they have out, or an improv show, or a Patreon they have. Scroll down and you'll find all that stuff below. Let's go ahead and introduce our panel for today's episode. First, someone I had back only a mere month and a half ago, making yet another appearance on Call Me By Your Game. It's David Donnella.
How you doing? You know, when you said that thing about if anybody names anything on this show, I thought you were going to say, Call Me By Your Game owns it in perpetuity.
Well,
Plug something, we get a piece, baby.
I just sort of assumed that was understood, and I didn't need to sort of spell that out. I like to leave the sort of the legal trappings that I get into on the show just out so people kind of forget about them.
Hell yeah.
We're also joined by somebody that I haven't had on in a while. Was made an appearance on the regular version of the show and a couple of co-op episodes. Actually, I think 3 exactly. It's Mike Christian.
Hey, everybody. Happy to be here. Glad to be back with 2 real perverts as guests as well.
2 guests who are real perverts and possibly the host as well, Mike.
I will say you are doing a thing as if you have captured us. The tone in which you're speaking is like, and now my victims.
Yes.
You started
bit of a jigsaw thing kind of happening.
Jigsaw, yeah.
If Jigsaw was like, I guess, whoever the guy who introduced the Twilight Zone was, sort
Rob
of.
Serling?
Rob Scerbo.
Rob
Yeah.
Scerbo.
Well, I think you've heard the other pervert's voice. This person, it's been on, I think, genuinely, I believe 5 years since I've had him on. Rob Scerbo has made his triumphant return. Rob, welcome back.
It's great to be back. Glad we could get the contract stuff finally finalized, and it feels good to be in a uniform again. Also, I want to address when you said possibly we're victims, and to all this, and you drop a switch on your head and your family one time, and everyone starts calling you a victim. Am I right? Okay.
You drop a switch on your head?
I dropped a switch on my head, then it fell on my kid's head, and they had to go to the hospital, and then now I'm a victim. Anyway.
Not your kid, but you are.
Yeah. I'm a victim. Yeah.
course,
Yeah,
of
Nintendo
course.
owes you.
Nintendo owes me at least lunch. So
A Switch 2.
Switch 2 would be great.
Oh, wow. A whole, I don't know, 2 ounces heavier than a Switch 1. That can do some damage.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I've gathered you all here for what is the 12th time that I've made guests do this. Even though it's indulgent, it's one of my favorite things to do is to put people to the task and doing something impossible, which is narrowing down all the games they've ever played to their personal top 10 favorite lists. In order to sort of kick things off, we're going to recap my list and see if there's been any changes since the last time we've done it. As people know, I got bored about halfway through these 12 episodes and started doing a top 20, so I'm actually going to present my top 20 favorite games of all time.
Jesus.
Okay, totally unfair. We were told honorable mentions are a maybe, and he's doing 20.
Let's just say
Okay.
Daddy's going to do what he wants.
Jigsaw gets different
Yeah, this
rules.
really.
You got to make it. You got to make it quick though.
Yeah.
Oh, for you, Rob?
Yeah,
we'll make
no
it so
commentary.
fast.
Yeah. Well, I'm
The
like
only
really
commentary that I'll make
Uh-huh.
is going to be a couple of minor changes that I've had.
Okay,
There's been
okay.
there's a new entry on the list,
Okay.
Oh, wow.
and the new entry jumped up from off
All
the
right.
list to number 13. So I'll go
Yeah,
through this
put your
right
glasses on. Put your glasses on, Rob.
For the people that are seeing this live, I put my glasses on because This is new. New
Because why
information.
not? So, number 20 is Fable, the original
No.
Fable.
Wow.
Number,
You're already getting laughed at, Connor.
well, if you think the laughs are stopping at 20, you got another thing coming.
Okay.
Number 19, Grim Fandango. Number 18, Metroid Dread. Number 17, Mother 3. Number 16, Metal Gear Solid.
First one I knew so far.
Huge. 15, Mario Kart DS.
Ooh.
Number 14, Halo Combat Evolved. Number 13, the new entry on the list that knocked off Alan Wake 2. Sitting at number 13 is...
I'm just already dying because it's like I know Rob got laid a lot in high school, and the look on his face as he hears.
I'm going. I'm honestly, Connor, you got to keep doing this. This is great. Keep going, man.
number 13, the new entry on the list, Final Fantasy X.
Ooh.
Wow.
Number 12,
Okay.
Chrono Trigger.
Mm.
Number 11, Super Mario World. Number 10, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Ooh.
Number 9, Skyrim. Number
All right.
8, Shadow of the Colossus. Number 7, Portal 2. Number 6, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Number 5, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Number 4, Pokemon Silver. Number 3, Backyard Baseball 2001. Number 2, Super Mario 64. And still tied at the top of my list is 1B, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and 1A, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So if my list gives you fellas
Whoa.
Top 21.
It's a good list. It's a good list.
It's a great
It's
list.
also a Super Nintendo dominant, like
Yeah.
a lot of
my
Nintendo
list.
on here.
I don't know if I have any Nintendo stuff on mine, and it just shows what your life was like growing up.
It's just
I mean,
it's a
truly.
window into a...
How you just weren't getting blowjobs.
Rob, there wasn't a job I could get in high school. Let's just say that. Let's just say the grocery store wasn't hiring either, pal. If my list gives you fellas any idea onto the rules here, I hope you understand that there are no rules. You can have a franchise
That's cool.
represented multiple times. You can have a
You
tie.
can do all the Maddens.
You could just have all of them. You could have 20 Maddens on here. You could, like last time, Mr. Ryan Creamer had 2 separate lists of 5. Peaches and bananas. David, I see you did your homework. It made no sense. It actually made a lot of sense.
It
But it
made
was-
no sense. It
it
made
was-
no sense. He said peaches are like these special games that have like a specific moment in your life, and bananas are like this rock solid thing that you can go back to all the time.
That's
And
not
then-
how I think of that phrase. That's not how I think. That's
Yeah.
not how peaches and banana work. Banana is not a rock solid anything.
Well,
Anyway,
I get
keep-
that banana is a fruit that you will probably buy regularly, and a peach you buy at a specific time.
In the summer.
Yeah, but bananas were like I'm always.
Okay.
Mom's always
Sorry.
buying
Keep going,
bananas.
David. Sorry.
Oh, I have nothing. I
I'm
have
trying to
nothing
make
say,
sense of it too.
Except that if I recall correctly, a couple of his peaches were games that most people put about 400 or 500 hours into.
Yeah. More of a
Yeah.
banana. But
Yeah.
anyway, that should give you an idea
banana.
that you can do whatever you want with your list, which is, it's great for me to tell you this now as you're all about to have to count down from 10 to 1. As opposed, I could have done this any other time before we started recording. Before we do start, just a reminder for the listener, these are not, unless this is how someone crafted it, we didn't make a list that's like, oh, these are the 10 best games of all time, or objectively what you'd look at on IGN's list. This is 10 games that are personal to each person. So, without further ado, why don't we kick this thing off? And well, I guess before we do that, do any of you guys have any questions or any last words?
How old were you when you got your first kiss?
First, yeah.
Actually, far too young, I'll say.
Oh,
No,
okay. Let's get to these lists.
Oh no. We're
Mr.
still looking for the criminal. We're still looking for
Yeah.
the predator that kissed
the
Connor.
escaped convict kissed him.
Let's get this thing going. Mr. Donnella, why don't you start us off with your number 10?
So I'll give my little bit of preamble, which is that I crossed off number 10 so many times because it's kind of like an honorary mention almost, right? It's like the thing you have to put on the list that maybe shouldn't be there. And I won't go through all of them. I'll just say what my 10th is. It's going to be Mario Kart 8.
Ooh.
It's Mario Kart 8, and I was thinking about like different categories of games, right? And one of the things that maybe we'll talk about in honorable mentions, right, is
we'll see.
There's kind of this Venn diagram, right, of games that's like shout out to COVID, you guys got me through COVID, and also what's that game you can throw on at like a party or with your friends and like everybody's psyched to play it. And then that final piece of the Venn diagram, it's a triple Venn diagram, is what's a game that the girls like?
Oh no.
What's a game you can play with girls?
Now that's a peach.
And if we're only speaking about women and if you mean women,
yeah.
Okay, because then yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Just if that's what you mean by girls.
And so that's why Mario Kart 8 winds up at the number 10 spot over some other games that were, because this is a game you can have fun with. Yeah. I mean, Rob and I lived together for part of COVID. We locked in on that game. I play Mario Kart regularly with my wife. It is,
girl.
It's also, I think Mario Kart 8 is, my girl. Mario Kart 8 is like a nice kind of like culmination and distillation of all the ones before it. I know people are like, they'll never top Double Dash. That's great. Mario Kart 8's on the Switch. It's fun. You can get 4 players going like that. So that's my number 10.
I remember, like, I think I'm pretty good at all of the Mario Karts, including 8 Deluxe. And
we spanked you.
We spanked you.
David embarrassed me one time. We're playing like 200cc, and I'm just getting wiped.
Oh.
Me and David played every day in the pandemic. We had the gold cart. We had all gold. We had everything.
Yeah.
We were playing online.
Yeah.
And that's for sickos.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Mike's wife, Austin, is like actually maybe the best Mario Kart player.
She's kind of a little sicko.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes you not want to play anymore when you play against his wife.
I saw she pissed off Connor's girl,
Amanda.
I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about the girls?
Girls are a fair subject.
But I remember Amanda's like, I want to play, and Austin like beat her so bad 3 times in a row that she got pissed. She was like, I don't want to do this.
That is the most believable story I've ever heard. David, your number 10, Mario Kart 8, the deluxe for the Switch, correct?
Yes.
Michael, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Hit us with your number 10.
Okay, number 10, Final Fantasy VII.
Whoa!
Ooh.
I didn't know you ever played this.
I played it on the original PlayStation. I had like the multi-disc, cassette, and it was the first. I mean, I had played another RPG before this, but this was my first like really getting into something where you're like, like that kind of game where you're like really like, oh, okay, this is not an action game anymore. I'm like selecting that I'm gonna attack.
You're in menus, baby.
I'm in menus, baby, and that was not me. And as you'll see from the rest of this list, that is not my normal. You know what I mean? But no, that game was just really special. Just being up in my bedroom alone as a young lad, getting deep in there, having, do I like Tifa or Aerith or more? Like, who am I gonna get with? It was very formative experience for me, and kind of like the first time that I was playing like when you first watch like a different kind of movie, like Criterion type movie, you're like, oh, this kind of changed you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was that game for me.
Yeah, like
and I know
the
that
Titans.
This was like watching
Criterion
Miracle.
style movie.
Yeah. But no, and I mean, I know that that's not like a controversial pick. Everybody loves it, and they remade it 5 times now or something. But
have you toyed around with remake part 1 at all?
I played the first one.
Did you
Yeah.
like it, or was it not
I
your
liked it a
taste?
lot.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it was so different,
Yes.
but really fun. And it was kind of more of that action type game that I do like. But yeah, it was great. And
Wow.
yeah, I think my going through this list, I was looking at it, I was like, the two things that I have are like things that had like a really big like narrative impact. Like the, either like watching these games, like a story was very impactful to me, or it's games that had like the gameplay is so fun and addictive.
Yeah.
Those are kind of like my two types, and this is in that former camp of like just you're transported to a different world. First time you're having that sort of in deep experience, and it's a dope one. It's a banger.
Awesome. Is that your last question for you? Did you ever touch a different Final Fantasy outside of 7?
I played a little bit of 8, or the one that was before it, 6, but I got mixed up because the names, the numbers were different at
Yes.
some point. I forget what it was, but I did play a little bit of that one, and I think I played a little bit of one of something like Chronicles or something. Another
I used to have a couple of them on a PlayStation disc. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But I guess maybe it was just also that first kind of like pixely polygon thing that changed it from like the 2D kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's why it was big for me.
Okay. Final Fantasy 7. I guess I have no idea what's going to be really on this list. I could make some guesses based on your history, but that one I did not see coming. Robbie, let's hear your number 10.
There's also this vibe is so awesome. I kind of feel like you're like therapist. Also, you're kind of like questioning us, like we're like being held hostage because Mike is sitting here being like, "That's all I remember, from the night." and Connor's like, "Can I ask you another question?" And I'm like, "We all need to make sure we answer the same way." It's just such a fun vibe. I will say my number
Corroborate each other's
10
stories.
For number 10, I want to get it out of the way just because it's like I can't not put this on here, and it's two games, but you'll understand why I just put two together. It's Madden '04 with Michael Vick on the cover with I don't even know who's on the cover, but it's NCAA football 2003, and it's an
Ooh.
Oregon Duck on the cover. I should have looked up who it was, but those two games for me, they both GameCube. I played them on GameCube.
Ooh.
NCAA football was the first one I played. That's how I was like introduced to like I started playing tackle football, but then Herb Street and like Lee Corso would do the commentary on the game, and like it was so fun. It was like I was just getting into sports, and like there's those games to me were so not technical and fun in that way. I think those early GameCube, PlayStation sports games, there wasn't a lot of technical aspects like the games are now, which if I've ever played Madden now, it's just so technical. Same
Yeah.
thing with 2K. And like sports games now are like there's an art to it. And David just posted a Wikipedia. Who's the cover?
Joey Harrington.
Joey Harrington, which is crazy. That's Joey Harrington. Played for the Lions?
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, Lions. But so I used to go back and forth from those games like sauna to steam room kind of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be like switching back and forth, and like Madden had a great soundtrack too. Like it had like AFI, it had Avenged Sevenfold, Blink 182, Jet, Are You Gonna Be My Girl on there, Killer Mike. Like they had, and then Yellow Card. Like there were songs on there that kind of ripped, and those were the first times I kind of heard those songs because I'm
Yeah.
younger than you guys. So like for me, I'm hearing these songs and playing this game, and like I don't know, just got me into sports, and I could spend hours playing, and it was just fun. I just played by myself in my room and was like would kind of just zone out for like 5 hours when I was a kid after school and just play Madden or NCAA over and over again.
So this was one of the steps to you becoming Crazy Bob on the football field.
Yeah, I was like, it's funny, like it was addicting, and I still when I see a Madden game or come out, I'm still like, oh, I want to get it. And Mike, when we lived together, I bought NCAA football, and he saw how hooked I got immediately.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Rob built a guy and graduated him.
Johnny Parm, remember how depressed I was when he graduated? Johnny Parm,
Yes.
I was so sad. Anyway,
Dude,
Not-
but hearing you say that, I played Game Day 98 on,
yes, that's fun too.
and I would do that same thing where I'd just like be upstairs, zoned out in my room, playing again and again.
Yeah. God, I played well, I mean, I was NBA mostly.
Yeah.
Started with NBA Live 98 and moved on from there, but I had like Madden '02, which I think had Marshall Falk on the cover.
Woo.
and I was playing as, I don't know why I chose the Oakland Raiders, but I made a bunch of creative characters and put all my favorite rappers.
But that's what you do. That's what
Yeah.
those games do. Like
Yes.
you put your friends on there, and you're like having a little fantasy with yourself. that
It's
you're like,
role-playing in a
Me
way.
and my friends are on this team, and we've never lost a game, and I run the score up to 100 every game. And
Yeah.
you're like, whatever. And everyone's like 8 feet, and you
Yeah.
make them all. Anyway,
Rob, that rocks. Yeah, I've had many a great time with just sinking hours into a sports game. So I love that it got some representation on
had
your
to get
list.
in there.
We're gonna stay with you, Rob.
Okay.
Let's get your number 9.
Number 9 is going to be a game called Smash and Drive that was on the GameCube, which I think is an arcade game that you could like play at like a Chuck E. Cheese, not Chuck E. Cheese, but like at a place like that. But it was a
Okay.
game on the GameCube that no one knows. But it's a game where there's Crazy Taxi, which is a game I wanted to include, but I didn't make the list. But Smash and Drive is when you are a taxi. You got to look up footage of this on YouTube, and you pick up power-ups. It's one of those games where there's a clock winding down and you hit checkpoints.
Yes.
And you like go through New York in different maps, and you're this taxi that like gets decked out in like bullets and like armor, and you just
Like a
ram through
bulldozer.
shit. A bulldozer. And you have to beat the clock. And my brother and I would play that game until like 3 a.m. and the theme song was just like Smash and Drive. It would just do that over and over again. Smash and Drive. And it's just a game that I don't think I'd ever pick up unless I was like 5 or 6 or 7 years old. Like it just,
Yeah.
I went to Hollywood Video, grabbed it, fell in love with it, was like bought the game from Hollywood Video, like used, and just like it's just a game that you're like you only would have played if you were a kid with a friend in the room. Like
Yes.
it's not with my brother. Like I would never have played it otherwise, because why would I pick that up? I think my brother grabbed it and then we just fell in love with it.
Yeah. And I don't want to.
I'd only play if there's a kid in the room with me.
You're like, why would I play it alone?
And only if I'm a kid too. Rob, I don't want to step on the toes of the rest of your list. This reminds me of another game series that I know you really enjoy. Should I maybe
Yes.
not get into that right now?
You can guess. I'm sure and then we'll get to
I
it.
don't know. I'll save it because
I think you know what it is. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I can't wait to bring it up.
Okay, good.
But that's number 9, Smash and Drive. That's a fun. It's a little
Smashing Drive.
a little indie game for you freaks.
Smash and Drive.
It's called
Smash.
it's called Smashing Drive, I think.
Oh, is it?
Like smashing.
See, we don't know what the origin of it all is. I don't know.
This is real shit right here.
Oh,
Rob
it
was
is
playing this
Smash and
game
Drive.
before he really knew how to read.
I really don't know.
I remember this. My neighbor, she had a Game Boy before me and she was playing Pokemon on it. And one time I realized she didn't know how to read. 'Cause I looked at her thing and all her Pokemon were just named like random letters and shit.
Yeah, I used to do that.
That's awesome. Thank you, Rob, for number 9, Smashing Drive. Mike, we're back to you
Okay.
for number 9.
Number 9, another lame one. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Whoa!
And I know
2
everybody
unexpected ones for you.
Everybody loves all the new Zeldas and like the Zelda on Switch and on Wii and all the other stuff. I never played those. I played this on Super Nintendo, and I did everything, man. I did it all. I remember. I still remember the first time like, booting it up, and it's like raining, and like he wakes up, and it just like again narratively really drew me in. And this was the game I had played before Final Fantasy VII. That was like my first RPG. And it was just so freaking cool. And this is when I was getting Nintendo Power magazine delivered to my house.
Oh my God.
And I was like reading like all the secrets that like kids today don't understand. It was not just everybody on YouTube being like, here's how you get this. It was like you had to buy publications that would explain how to do this stuff. But yeah, and I remember the first time going from the light world to the dark world and being like, oh my gosh, who do I even tell about this? You know, like, like you couldn't just hop on the internet and be like, hey, this is crazy, isn't it? Like, I'd be like, Mom, listen. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Ganondorf. But no, I think it's just amazing, so fun. And
It's still to this day considered by many to be the best Zelda. And
I guess I have really good taste.
It set the formula too. Like the original Zelda, kind of almost established itself as its own action RPG genre. It wasn't the only game that did that, but this is the first one that sort of set the formula for what the Zelda series would really become. Like Ocarina borrows so much from this structure.
Really? Yeah, I also played the Game Boy one.
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. Yeah, that was also a banger. But
oh yeah.
But no, I know that the Switch ones are incredible and everyone loses their mind. And I look at that and I think that looks intimidating how big it appears and like how much of a time suck it would be. But maybe one day when I'm retired.
Yeah, when you're retired. Mike, that's awesome. Hey, never stop surprising me, buddy.
I won't. No one's gonna have this next one.
David Donnella, number 9.
Okay. So I wonder, somebody might have one of these. I don't know if they'll have this one. My number 9 is Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the games I'm picking are games that are in franchises where you kind of have a choice, right? Do you pick the best one or do you pick the one that hit you in the right moment? I played and owned Grand Theft Auto 3, but when we got Grand Theft Auto Vice City, first of all, the soundtrack is absurd in that game. Just 80s hits. It fucking rocks. It's awesome. The little changes that they made, just being able to like buy real estate, getting Ray Liotta to do the voice. I mean, there's so much crazy shit in that game. And Grand Theft Auto 3 came out of nowhere and everybody's like, this is awesome. Grand Theft Auto Vice City was like, you guys, like, we're waiting for this. Like, we all know about Grand Theft Auto. Let's see what you guys can do. And for them to deliver on something while going back in time, which, you would think, oh, that's not going to be as fun. It was just like, if Mario Kart is like 4 friends, like playing together and having fun, Grand Theft Auto was literally just 4 friends passing the controller, play till you die. Obviously no missions. Getting that level up.
There would be no saving. It would just be like rampages and then you die.
Yeah. But God, I love that game.
The first game Mike ever discussed on my show was GTA 3, so we got a little GTA connection here.
I bet we're going to get some more GTA.
Yeah.
I almost put GTA 3 on my list, but I didn't. But I thought about it.
You had to make some hard choices, Mike, and that's okay.
I really did.
Yeah. But
both
of these 10 and 9 are both, my 10 and 9 spots are both games that I'm like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to have these on here. But
yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
Rob, were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. Well,
I
David,
had a thought, but it was just more of an epiphany about this whole thing that I realized that I was like,
go for it.
Well, I was like, I think I have a big list, and I was like, you know what? David said something just about like games when they hit you and all this stuff, and I was like, for me, I'm like, I think I'm gonna make the rest of my picks, which I already have my list, but it's like, if the game was here right now, would I want to play it? Like, would I actually still want to play it right now a little bit? Like, there's some of these games I care about. And they're fun, but I'm like, I remember it being kind of like a shitty game, but I just loved it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, some of these games, like when David said Mario Kart, I'm like, it's a game that if it was on right now, I'd want to play it. Same thing with like, there's just games you're like, I would play it right now. If someone handed me the controller, I could lose hours to it still.
Yeah.
But that's just the thought I had. That's not like
okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how that influences your list later.
A lot of these games you can't go back to though, because the mechanics are so outdated.
That's what I mean.
It's tough. Yeah,
you're right.
Like,
like if I had to play
if
I had to play Vice City right now, I would go crazy. I think.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I want to look down the barrel.
Yeah, let me aim.
But if they remastered it, you'd be like, let's do it.
They will. Don't worry. Everything's getting remastered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
David, that was your number 9. Let's stay with you for your number 8.
Uh, okay, so we're now transitioning uh a little bit, but this is kind of still in the uh I'll just say so this is going to be Final Fantasy VIII in the 8
Ooh.
spot. Um, so Mike, very similar to you, I think what happens to a lot of people is uh if that first 3D Final Fantasy, whatever it was for you, it's pretty it impacts. You're like, whoa, this is something different.
Hmm.
Like I don't want to call it like when a bunch like it's like when Cavalier and Clay watched Citizen Kane for my bookheads out there. But
Hell yeah.
it's like you just are like, oh man, there's another level to this shit. Um, Final Fantasy falls into a category if we get into honorable mentions that I called janky RPGs that that don't work and suck. But the again, the combat system is broken. The story completely falls apart at the end, but when it's good, it's great. And it was just, I mean, I did a 4-hour Call Me by Your Game about it in 2021 or something like that.
Shit.
It is
That's the pandemic for you right there.
that's the pandemic for you.
4
You played
And
hours.
this on PC, right?
I played that, and that's yeah. I didn't have a console until until like the year 2000. I got Nintendo 64. So I was like, I played this game on PC. I got it for my 10th birthday in like '99. Um, and was my PC could not handle it.
Yeah.
I was like cutscenes were happening like this, but I still understood.
That's amazing.
That's
What
awesome.
a great pick. I remember seeing this game over at a friend's house for the first time and like marveling at how skinny the characters were in like the battle scenes, David. Like they're
Oh
all
yeah.
so slim. It's like every
Yeah.
character in this game.
I remember looking at it and, because I was a kid, I didn't understand this, but like all the characters, like your main character is 5'8", 135, because in the manual it says like his height and
They're
weight, and you're like,
yeah.
and now I think about it and I'm like, they could have made these people more impressive. So they're too skinny.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VIII. People got to go back and listen to that episode we did like 6 years ago together. Mike, we're back to you. Oh, also, David, I like that. Final Fantasy VIII was in your 8th spot. I like that.
Yeah.
No extra points or anything, but I
He
like
likes he likes
I
that
don't know.
kind of
I got
stuff.
extra points. Don't worry.
Yeah. Michael, Final Fantasy VIII?
Okay, number 8, The Forest on PlayStation 4. Okay, so I know this is like a PC game, and then eventually it got ported to PS4, and that's when I got it. And I went so cuckoo bananas with this stuff. Like, this is a game that I think has both those like immersive narrative elements that like
Dude, you loved
that's-
this game.
stick in your brain, and it has the addictive gameplay of just
Yeah.
like chopping down trees, building a treehouse. I think I also really wanted a new apartment. This is when we were living at that same apartment. And
Oh,
we were,
yeah.
like, so I was like building like nice homes for my character to live in.
And Mike's like
And-
wakes me up. He's like, "Come, you want to live here with me?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want a TV screen, Mike."
But like I was building like I built out that game so much that when I open it up now, it like doesn't really work well because I built too much in it. Like I built like bridges and I was like, I could live on this island with these cannibals. I did it. Like I've conquered the land. And I know that there's the Sons of the Forest, but I unfortunately have not been able to play that because it's PC only. And I think this developer is like 5 dudes at most, so or 5 women could be. But there's very few staff, and I don't know how well. Dave goes 5 women, not girls.
Clip it, clip it.
Clip it. But they haven't ported this to console yet, so I haven't been able to play Sons of the Forest, even though I really want to, and it looks awesome.
How did
But
you discover this game?
I
I've never heard of this.
Oh, you've never heard of this?
No, I mean I
Oh,
looked it up
dude.
now, but
Oh,
You'd
it's
love
king.
it,
Mike,
Connor.
did you ever play like online with like a couple of your friends?
Um, I, Rob and I had planned to do that. We were gonna go in separate when we moved out of each other. We were gonna like we could play this
Well, the
co-op
new one,
full
when the new
screen.
one comes out, we were like,
But I
well,
think you could do it with the old one too.
we should do that.
Yeah, but I never did
Dude,
it.
it's I never got like we never even got to the whole. We just spent so much time building shit. I look if you guys do that, let me know because I'd love to hop on with you.
I know. It's just really cool. This cannibal screaming in the night as you're like sitting by your fire. Awesome.
scary. Mike continues to just pull the rug out from under me. Number 8 was the forest for him. Rob, we're at your number 8.
This won't be a rug pull. It'll be more of a spit take. Let's
Oh.
see. I don't know.
So take a sip. Take a
So
sip.
take a sip. I will say this isn't actually surprising at all. You don't. This is Wii Sports.
Oh!
Wii Sports. I think one of the more people wouldn't even think of it as a game, really.
Oh yes, they would.
I think Wii Sports. That's my number 8 because, man, I lost a lot of hours to that. That's some of the dumbest shit ever, and it's so
Bowling.
addicting. Bowling, golf. Like I used to play that game with my friends in like high school until like 4 in the morning and just golf. Like, and we did like it. Wii Sports is such a weird thing that worked out so well for them. Like, it's such a strange. I don't understand. It's like within their own universe. It's like the systems game. It's like the system has its own game and universe of things that characters you build that are part of the game. And like I remember when I first played it, I'm like, this is lame. I want to play a real game. But the Wii didn't really have like a shit ton of stuff that was fun. I
And this
thought.
came with the Wii.
It came with it. So it was like the Wii was weird. Like I got it. I was so excited, but like I didn't feel like the catalog was that great right away. I was like, fuck, this catalog kind of sucks. Like, so, but playing Wii Sports, I'd play with my friends for hours bowling, and it's such a fun game to put on, and like, like it was like a commercial. Like even old people could play it, and like my
Yeah. I
grandma
also
would
think
play it.
there were so few games, and that game was built with like the platonic ideal of how could we use this technology in a fun way. Of like,
Yes.
whereas other games were like, okay, we made the game, and then you got to hold the controller and
Yes.
do this every
And
now
yeah,
and then.
shake it. Yeah.
It's the closest. It's really the only game that's fun that's in that kind of virtual physical realm. I think like where you're like or the physical reaction style games where I don't know what's the term for those kinds of game physical
Motion something.
Motion
motion
controls,
play.
maybe? Yeah. Ooh, motion
But
play. I
anyway.
like the sound of that.
Still sexy, like a lot of motion play. But I loved it. I loved
Motion
it.
play. What is that? I like that.
I just think that game I really I did not want to put it on there because I'm like, but I'm like I can't lie, like I love Wii Sports. I would
Rob,
play it.
you
love
know I'm gonna want to just next time you're over, I'm gonna be whispering to you like, "Hey, what if we played some Wii Sports?"
I'd be so happy. Like I used to play the baseball one's fun. It's just
Oh yeah.
fun.
David was talking about, or no, was it you, Rob? One of you was talking about creating like wrappers and putting them in a game.
David did.
Yeah, that was David, but on the Raiders. But Rob, this was a game where like I had built out such a crazy library of Mii's on the system that they would just like incorporate into your games. So when you're playing
yeah.
baseball, it's just like 18
There's
people.
Dad.
It'd be like, there's Dad, and then next in the lineup is Jesus, and
Yeah,
you're like, oh
yeah.
fuck, my dad and Jesus are on the same team, and then my
Yeah.
mom's pitching. And
It's
you're
so
like,
funny. But it was kind of endlessly entertaining too.
oh yeah.
That's awesome, Rob. Wii Sports number 8. We're gonna stay with you for number 7.
Okay, great. I think for this one, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do one that I did on my
Ooh.
Call Me by Your Game, Nightfire, 007 Nightfire on the GameCube.
Beautiful.
I wanted to put
Love it.
GoldenEye because that was my gateway drug to those like to a James Bond game, but Nightfire was so sexy, man. Like it was sexy, really horny kind of game. Like, and yeah, and like
You get that when you did something cool.
you do something, and it would be like the meter, like it would like it was cool, like it visually was cool, and then the multiplayer that you could play was so fun. There was a snow map on there with it was the ski lift map, and you could like walk on the ski lift, and you could do capture the flag on there, and it was
Wow.
a perfect capture the flag base where there was a castle and a cabin on either side, and you do capture the flag, and me and my friend would just play the bots at the hardest difficulty, and it was so fun. Like they had a heat-seeking rocket launcher that if you shot it, you would see it from the POV of the rocket that you can control, and you could like go into the castle for as long as you could without hitting a wall and hit a guy. And it was just, I think James Bond games, like the first Light I played was really fun, but like the games were really like there was a narrative, and I did not care about the narrative at all.
Yeah.
But like
And
the
this is
games
the
were
one not based on a movie, correct?
no, but I think Pierce Brosnan is the cover.
I think so. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yes.
But it's just fun. Like it was a fun game, and like you it's a game where it's truthfully like levels. Like you load to the next level and you get to the
Yes.
next level. And the levels have a story. Each level is like its own vibe, which I
Mhm.
thought the James Bond games were like that, where it'd be like, this is that the car level, here's the snow level, here's this. And I felt like it was just a fun game to play over and over and over and over again. And then multiplayer was so fun, like couch co-op.
Mm. 007 Nightfire. Fantastic, Rob.
And the
Mike.
great best theme song, best theme song.
Oh,
Don't.
really?
She goes, you got to listen to it.
Wait,
You
who
listen.
sang that?
I don't know, but they go,
I'll look it up.
don't love me quietly, do it with intensity.
Whoa.
Really good theme song. Look
I
it
gotta
up.
find out who sang that because it's notable. God, who could have done this?
I don't think it's anybody.
Probably nobody. They didn't spend money on the person
I-
singing the
I-
James.
Who
They
could
did
have
on
done
the
this?
big.
I feel like they did Nightfire opening song. As I just Google this, maybe it is no one.
It's nobody, dude. It's nobody. But the newest one did like, I think had like Lana Del Rey or something.
People are loving the new one. I've heard that people are.
It's awesome. I played it all the way through. It was great.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Some James Bond representation. Well, Mike, let's get your
Okay.
number 7, whether it's shaken or stirred.
This is a fastball right over the middle of the plate, but not in the way of it being a baseball game. It's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh.
I mean, this for me was a pandemic play. I was playing this in Utah, like trapped out there,
Oh my
and with
gosh.
Austin, and she would just watch me play it. Like she would be like, "You can put on your game if you want," and she would just like watch, like it was a movie.
Every man's dream is like their
Truly.
girlfriend. It's what, yeah.
That's when Mike
crazy.
knew.
Truly, but I think like I put this in lieu of any of the GTA games because I think that like the feeling it just made you feel like you were a cowboy in the old west and like the live living world and like having like just everyone knows this game, everyone's litigated it to death, but like just random guys like being like, please come help me, and you go in their house and you find out that he's like eating people or something, and then you got to kill this guy, and like it just felt like a live world, and it was just so deep with like watching guys like get caught in like the stirrup of like a saddle when they're dead. You know, like the physics is amazing, and that like just so immersive, such good writing, such good everything. Yeah, this is it, man. One
Mike,
of
so
the
when I
best.
put Vice City in mine, it was like, do I pick the one that hit me or do I pick the best? And
Yeah.
for me, the best is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, it is, man, and what an experience.
Sadly, this series is a blind spot for me. Despite knowing
That is insane to me, man.
I know.
Like Connor,
It's too busy
this is
replaying
your
Zelda.
this is your fucking job, dude.
This is your
Like,
job,
I know.
dude. Stop playing Super Monkey Ball and pull up Red Dead 2.
You're like, I'll go over to Connor's house. She's like, I'm playing a game called Poke Stick 3, and you're a stick who rolls around New York City, and I'm like, he's like, it's actually quite interesting. I'm like, play Red Dead 2, man.
Funny enough, despite not playing Red Dead 2, let me show you something I bought literally this weekend. Red Dead 1 on PS3.
Oh,
I mean, that's a great game. That is also really fun. And play that first because you won't be able to go backwards
Yeah.
in terms of enjoyment.
Some pervert stuff I just do, buying PS3 games in the year
He
2026.
really is.
That is unhinged. Get a computer, Connor.
Mike, that's awesome. Red Dead Redemption 2. David, we're back to you for your number 7.
Okay. So this one is slightly unhinged because, I've been talking about the one that hits you versus the best one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is the best one. This kind of is two things, right? It occupies both. This is how I imagine the game, but it's also not the game I really want to put.
Sounds
but
complicated, buddy.
Yeah, it's very complicated. I'll explain why when I say it. It's Pokemon Soul Silver.
Oh.
So I would like to put one of the Game Boy Pokemons because honestly, I barely played Pokemon Soul Silver. I just fucked around with it in an emulator during pandemic. But that is what.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ, dude.
That is what you picture when you think you're playing Pokemon. Like when I was playing Pokemon Red on my Game Boy Color, in my memory, I'm playing Soul Silver. The detail in that game, the color, the sprites, and all that stuff, is
Even probably the quality of life improvements.
Improvements, all that shit. I remember
We've entered my blind spot of gaming.
Mike was at the perfect age to be shoving kids who were playing Pokemon into
I know.
but it was again, just like thinking about things that both were fun and did affect my future gaming, although it's been a long time since I touched a Pokemon seriously.
Let's keep it that way.
You gotta be careful who sees you doing that.
Is that how you touched a Pokemon seriously?
But I had a Game Boy.
Seems like you're doing the pandemic, dude. That's not that long ago. You were a grown man then.
Well, I mean, look, nothing that happened during the pandemic media-wise counts.
Yeah.
Unless it made you a better person. But I tried to play Pokemon Red at one point, and I was like, "This is you can do it if you're in a car or a plane or something like that, but it's like
If you're in prison, you could do it.
yeah,
God, if they could give inmates fucking Game Boys with Pokemon on it,
oh man, there'd never be any shower shenanigans again.
clip it.
Flip it. All right. So anyway, that's my number 7 pick.
It's great.
Clip
It's a remake of as you see on my list, a top 4 game for me all time. It's amazing. That was your 7, but we're snaking around back to you, David, for number 6.
Yeah. So number 6, this was I crossed out games like 4 or 5 times here. I don't know. And Rob's laughing because I give so much preamble.
No, it's just I love the preamble. It's just you crossing it out 6 times is it's just you're like fucking Edgar Allan Poe. You're just
he's got a whole garbage bin full of crumpled up papers.
Look at all these notes I
just
wrote.
can't seem to get the numbering right.
This was where I was like, all right, I want to talk about at least one newer game that got me back into really gaming. And I was stuck, but what I was really stuck was between Slay the Spire and Hades. And ultimately I had to give it to Hades.
All right.
I was not playing games that required any kind of fast twitch. I wasn't playing any action games. I wasn't doing any of that stuff for a while. But I also wasn't playing games that I'd stopped playing RPGs because I lost my attention span completely. Especially when RPGs stopped being games where you could just read some text and keep moving. You can just go pretty fast and just X through it, to games where you had to sit there and watch a bad voice actor talk. I couldn't handle it anymore. And so my gaming had turned into nothing. And Hades came through, and it was like, here was a game, like it was enjoyable to play. It was
She
just,
walked
I feel like
in.
I'm at a fucking AA meeting.
it was just fun. It was just fun to play, and I was like, oh, okay, like here, like I like games that are like the experience of playing them is fun. And you know, I think like there's kind of been like a little bit of a divergence in modern gaming where there's like these games that are like these cinematic things that are like so incredible, and then you're like, but actually they're not fun. And Hades was this game that was like, it's just fun. It feels nice to play.
Yeah.
And I've put a ton of hours into it. So anyway.
Did you dive into the sequel?
Yeah. And I put 200 hours into that one too. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, amazing
So
couple
this
games.
is like Diablo. Is that what this is?
It's not so much like, sorry, hold on, this is unhinged.
He really doesn't want to answer your question.
I was like, I asked the wrong thing.
Casey cracked my door and then started using the blender. It's like a little bit more dodgy than Diablo. Like
Gotcha.
Diablo, I think of as just like mowing shit down. This is like is a little bit more precise. Like you have to dodge, you have to like time attacks and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an action RPG. It's from that same sort of isometric perspective, Mike, as Diablo, but it's also a roguelike. So you'll go every run you do, your path is going to be different. You get different upgrades, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Man, whoa, that's crazy. Just made me think
It's
of a game.
so it is so good and so fun. And if you like Greek mythology, even better. All of you Odyssey heads out there, David, thank you for your number 6. Mike, let's hear yours.
Number 6, Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh, Joker.
Let that hang in the air. Yeah, I know that there's other Arkham games and like Arkham City is cool, but I think I don't know. I think that the games they kind of like sometimes there's a really good game and then the sequels has to be bigger and it's got to be more. And I think sometimes I get like yeah, it's like you get that Assassin's Creed problem where you're like this is just work. I got to go run around and do all this stuff and like check off all this stuff. And I feel like there was just something so nice about that first Arkham game. It was like, A, you felt like Batman for the first time ever. B, like, really cool, like, self-contained little, like... It made sense why you were there. It was, like, the perfect rationale for a video game. You're like, you're just trapped in this one building trying to get these guys back in their cages.
Yeah, that's a good way to pitch it. Good elevator pitch on a game that already exists.
Batman's trapped in a building. All the guys got out of their cage.
I'm playing.
But no, it's so good. Just ripping through a huge crowd of guys with precision blocking and then jumping up in the rafters, creeping around. I mean, again, a game that's been talked to death on, but it's that first experience. What a feeling. People don't know how bad superhero video games used to be. And I played them all. Yeah. Like I played like these like weird like X-Men and Spider-Man games that are like the kind of game where you can't even get to level 3 without Game Genie.
Yeah.
It's so broken and
yeah.
bad. And then playing a game like this, you're like, whoa, I am Batman.
Yeah, this game got me like into I had seen a handful of Batman movies and whatnot, but playing it for the Games Club this spring, it got me into like the animated series.
Well, and it's the voice from the animated series.
It's Kevin
like,
Conroy, Mark Hamill. It's so good. Yeah,
it's
great
incredible.
game. And I think you're right. The scope of it is, for my appetite, way more of what I'd want than like I dipped into City after we finished it, and it's cool, but I was like, I don't really feel like playing an open world game right now.
Well, it's just insane. Like it's so big, but you're like, oh, I gotta find little Riddler boxes. Okay, you know, you want to have a sense of progress and a sense of like accomplishment that's like propulsively pulling you through the game, and that first one really had that for me.
It sure does. That's great. Batman Arkham Asylum. Mike's number 6. Rob, let's hear yours.
Just quick shout out. I played speaking of Batman, another game that was impossible to play was on the N64 called Batman Beyond. It was the Batman Beyond video
Hmm.
game, Return of the Joker. And I played that like crazy. It was a black like game, like the game was black and it was
Yeah.
cool. And it was, but I could never get past like the fourth level. And then I like tried to replay it when I had my N64 when I was like older. I tried to replay it and it was still impossible. And I was like, God, these games were so bad. But
Hmm.
like
Yes.
you tried to play them because you just want to be a superhero. You want to feel it.
Yes.
And I've never played Asylum, but I've seen clips and it looks so fun. And I definitely am like, definitely was like, maybe I'll just download that. That might be fun to play.
The only good superhero video games were like they were some hack and slash like the X-Men arcade game.
Yeah.
But but they're so limited. Like something like this, they just didn't have it before this.
But we're on 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, mine is what I think Connor was alluding to earlier,
Oh.
where he think got it. And this is Simpsons Road Rage. Is that right?
Oh,
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
I was thinking of something else, but I love
That's
this.
it. What were you thinking? I'm just curious. 'Cause I don't
Well,
think it'll be on there.
Are there any more driving games on your list?
No.
It's not
I thought
Twisted
it was,
Metal?
I thought it was gonna be like a Burnout game.
No, I love Burnout
Oh.
Paradise and Need for Speed Most
Oh,
Wanted.
man.
Yes.
Need for Speed Most Wanted, but that's my brother. Those are my brother's games, so I
Okay.
don't always. But like he's obsessed with cars, so I would be like, but those games are awesome. But no, Simpsons Road Rage, another Cube game. You know, I'm younger than these old heads on here, so like for me, the Cube and the PS2 were kind of my like basically. I really was the Cube guy. Like I was a Cube kid, and I bought everything on it. And
Boy in the Bubble, the Cube Kid.
Cube kids, God, write it down, guys. Money on the floor. But I think that Simpsons Road Rage is that crazy taxi style game. It's Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
You'll play as Simpsons characters in their vehicle, like their vehicle. So each character has a vehicle that's like attached to them. Like you have Marge's like Durango kind of car.
The
You have
Canyon
like
Arrow.
the Canyon Arrow, and then you have uh like Apu's is something super offensive. I totally forgot what it was. And it's truthfully like the game is offensive, but you could play as Chief Wiggins as a cop and but you pick up people and
Wiggum.
Wiggum, sorry. And I couldn't read then either. And I couldn't hear. And I think that those games were so fun because they're just addicting and it was goofy and the maps were fun and it was hard but not it was open world in a way, so you would have to drive around Springfield, and it was really funny. Like I played Simpsons Skateboarding, which was like their Tony Hawk equivalent. That was kind of rough, but Simpsons Road Rage was so fun because you'd pick up Ralph, and he'd be like, "I peed my pants," and you'd be like, "All right." He's like, "I need to go home and change my pants," and you would just be like. I'd hear that a million times because I'd always pick them up and I'd laugh every time,
Yeah.
and like it was a very quotable game and I have fond memories of just playing that like I don't know, you're just a kid and those kind of games that are based on IP tend to be awful.
Hmm.
Like they just do like anything based on a movie or anything like Mike was saying with superheroes too, but like even like Simpsons, you're like this is going to be bad and it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's like so simple. You just drive around. And there's like shortcuts and secret places to go to. Very big world actually, like for a GameCube game. Like it was huge. So I love that game.
That game and Hit and Run are very well regarded.
Is Simpsons Hit and Run? That's another one, right?
It's more of a GTA like.
But
Yeah.
those games were great.
Yeah. Awesome, Rob. Number 6, Simpsons Road Rage. We're staying with you for number 5.
Okay, number 5, I'm gonna go with I almost did Red Dead 2, Mike. I want you to know. I pulled it off
I thought you
because
would. I thought you would.
it's on here, but I'll see how I feel. That's one of my favorite games, but that's not what we're doing here. I will say that's not what we're doing here. So we're playing it really serious. For me, my next one is going to be Super Monkey Ball 2 on the
Oh,
GameCube. Another
yes.
GameCube.
Oh, I just
Rob.
made fun of that.
Again,
Rob, the arcade machine over here.
it is another arcade game. I don't know what the story was. I don't know if I ever played the story, but the arcade games on it were fun. Where it was like bowling or I'm a big like I was like my whole life was just my favorite thing was being at a friend's house and playing video games, like
Yeah.
playing couch co-op, anything together. And like Nintendo is the king of that.
Hmm.
And so playing Super Monkey Ball, there's a game on it where you just are you're the ball, you go down a ramp and you go off, and then you open up your thing and it turns into wings and you land on a target. It's almost like
Yes.
a Mario Party video challenge game, but it's just that one thing. And I could do that for 12 hours. I would do it right now. If you were like, "Hey Rob, Super Monkey Ball's on the TV over there." I'd play it that unique thing for hours. It was so fun, and you just pass the controller around, and I
It's
had
a
a blast.
great
I don't know what the vibe is, these monkeys and balls and all this stuff. Like I don't know what that was about, but I enjoyed
the
it.
stories are kind of nonsensical and but they can still be funny because they're so bizarre. But the games themselves, they're just kind of like endless courses of fun and
Yeah.
challenge. It's so good.
It
Both
took
the
me
first two
so
games.
long to get into games with story. Like Mike, when living with Mike and David, like both separate times, they both were like, Rob, like you need to play an open world game. You'd love it. It took me so long because I was so addicted to just playing short bursting games, short
Yeah.
bursts. Like I just wanted, like I played Mario Tennis during the
Busting
pandemic.
quickly.
Yeah.
Short burst games, but Rob could lock in. So it would be like something where it'd be like, like he'd play Mario Kart for like 2 hours straight. And it's gonna be
Yeah.
like a track, but he'd be locked in, but it would just be little things.
I can't, it's like the story element would always freak me out. So
Yeah.
like I love those kind of arcade games because it's like a short dopamine hits, and you're just like giggling with your friends.
Well, you sure picked a
Giggling.
good one there with Super Monkey Ball 2. That game is amazing. Mike, we're back to
Number
you
five.
for number 5.
This is a pretty recent one. God of War.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first,
The PS4?
the original remake. Yeah.
2018.
Yes. This, I know, I played Ragnarok. It's also amazing, but it's got the same problem for me as the other Arkham games. It's overloaded too much. I get it. Everyone wants to get their money's worth, but no, the original God of War. When that first, like, starting the game into that first fight with who's the guy you're fighting
Baldur?
that you like can't. Yeah, you can't kill him.
Yeah.
It's one of the craziest experiences I've ever had with a controller in my hand. You know what I mean? Just truly nuts. You're just like, whoa, whoa. And it just keeps going from there. And the game is so deep and fun. And the writing is exquisite. And the voice acting is, talk about bad voice actors in those old cutscenes. Now it's like, these are real actors doing it. And it's, again, every one of these games, I'm like, everybody knows it's good, but I was really just, I think this game is up there with like Red Dead and a game that's not on my list, Last of Us, where you're like, these are the games that are like, okay, these are the video games as art debate games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
An all-time special great game. Kind of like you said, there's been enough said about it. We actually did a co-op years ago, about a year before Ragnarok came out, and then we did one on that too. Yeah, I agree. The first one I think is better, and it has a lot to do with being a lot less bloated than the second game.
Yeah. So.
Okay, Mike, number 5, God of War 2018. David, let's hear yours.
Okay. I think as we go on, mine start to pivot real hard from from these guys, but and this is maybe the biggest pivot of all. Number 5, Sid Meier's Civilization 5.
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking these up.
I know this game.
So this is a turn-based strategy game where you start with a nomadic settler and you build a camp and you slowly build a city and a civilization. It's basically like a live board game. And it is like it's just super deep, super fun. There's something really fun about being like, all right, I'm gonna play as the joke is always I'm gonna play as Gandhi and I'm gonna nuke France at the end of the game. But being like, all right, I'm gonna play as Shaka Zulu, and and we're gonna play on the
Oh,
Africa map, and I'm gonna conquer
Gandhi.
everybody, or like,
Gandhi, you should be nuking the Great Britain, not France.
well, they're all gonna get it at the end. But it was just like it was a great pandemic game. Like all my nerdy friends were like on the phone trying to play this game. Like we would get on Discord and try to play this game like as like a multiplayer game, which is a nightmare because again, it's turn-based, so everybody gets 3 minutes to make their turn. So imagine playing a game and after you take your turn, you're just sitting there while timer goes down 4 times as other people take their turns. So you can just go make coffee for like 15 minutes. It's like that's a nightmare, but it is an extremely fun
Man,
game to just like if you have like a Saturday and you're not trying to do something, you're hungover or whatever, just put, like you can sink 5 hours into it easily.
That is so good.
I love that. That was a really, you painted a picture for me. And I mean that, I'm not
No,
being
no, no,
silly.
I don't think you are.
I'm
You
being
didn't get
genuine.
into Civ 6, did you?
I did, but
Yeah.
Civ 5 was just I think it was better out of the box, and also the modding scene for Civ 5, which is a theme that might come back or might not. The modding scene for Civ 5 is there is oh God, what's it called? It's called like Project Veritas or something. No, it can't be that. That's like a political thing, isn't it? But there's
Called like
Vox
Palantir.
Populi or something like that. There's this like community mod for Civ 5 that like makes the game like 10 times more um in depth, and like every civilization has like goes from having 2 unique aspects to 5 unique aspects. Are like every ancient technology is in it. It's like it's crazy how deep they get in these games. Or or you can also change it to be Game of Thrones characters. So like there's all kinds of like fun ways to redo it.
Okay. Sid Meier's Civilization 5 for at your number 5. David, another nice number synergy that you have there.
Yeah.
Uh, let's hear your number 4.
You know what? Maybe I'll flip 3 and 4 for some more number synergy. I just noticed.
Do whatever you'd like.
So number 4, and I'll be very quick on this one because we already talked about it. This is where Final Fantasy VII comes in for me.
Oh,
Um,
Hell
it's
yeah.
so 8 was my first, but
Also, this is a blind spot for me. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy at all. I don't even know what the vibe is. So I'm learning a lot.
I think they're like
But you keep going. Sorry, I was
yeah,
just
yeah,
saying.
no,
I'm
oh
just
yeah,
learning.
we can deal with that. But yeah, no, I mean, like I played 8, as soon as I finished 8, I was like, awesome, give me more. I actually had asked for Final Fantasy VII for my birthday, but
mm.
8 had just come out, and my mom was like, well, he doesn't want the old one. Um, and so like I finally, because I'd seen like my cousin play Final Fantasy VII, watched him not let me play.
Mm.
But I got this after, and I was like, it's one of those things where you're like, you know, you remember your first, but Final Fantasy VII is just like kind of like a slightly tighter story. There's a little bit more personality. Some of the art design choices are more interesting. The gameplay's a little bit more fun. So,
Not
the
what I
battle
thought
system.
that sentence was gonna, how I thought that sentence was gonna go.
Uh,
I heard
um,
something else.
but yeah, that's Final Fantasy VII for me.
Wow. That's incredible. I didn't realize that we might have 2 on your list. That's pretty good, David. That was your number 4, Final Fantasy 7. I don't see
Yep.
the number synergy, but maybe that has to do with the number next one you're gonna do. Mike, we're going to you though for your number 4.
Okay, number 4, I've got the original BioShock.
Oh, would you
Whoa.
kindly tell me why?
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, this game, I'm really seeing a pattern with me that I like. I like a good story, and I like a little action too. Is how I like to get
Yeah.
buttered up.
Who among us doesn't?
And that, yeah, I think this game is just. I mean, some of the, again, really good storytelling in game. There's like a big twist that happens late in the game that I was like surprised by and like titillated, and I was like, oh, fun. It's just a really incredible, immersive vibe and ambiance for this game of like an imaginative setting that's sort of like that historical type fiction or like a what if kind of alternate history. Just everything that really is cool about video games that you're like, this could have been like a video game or a comic book, and it'd be hard to make it anything else because it's so weird and like just of its own little moment, you know. But I loved it. I love that kind of like alternate American history thing of like, and also like it's sort of a like meditation on like the ideological viewpoints of the 20th century and, you know, like capitalism and communism and like all that, like, you know, I don't know, I just think it's very interesting and very cool and really good action and just moments of story that I still think about and a world I'd like to return to. And I love BioShock 2 is honestly not that bad. It scratches the itch and what's the other thing?
Infinite.
Infinite, yeah. Which feels like a totally different game and is also really cool and is also very like intellectual and politically minded and but I think this one, you know, like for the limitations of the technology at the time, it looked so cool. It's like, oh, you're underwater looking out windows. You're like, okay, there's going to be some draw distance thing, but it makes sense. It would have that, you know. So really, really fun game. Highly recommended.
So
Big for
good.
me.
Mike keeps naming games that we've covered in our Games Club format. That one's out on the free feed, listener. If you're just jonesing for, I think what was like a 10-part series on the original BioShock. Yeah, that game's
Well, that
amazing.
shows how deep the game is that you can
Yeah.
talk that much about it.
Yeah.
There's so much narrative too in those discussions.
Yeah.
But great, Mike. You're number 4. Rob, let's hear yours.
Is this my number 4?
This is your number 4.
I'm gonna say this is a hard one. I'm gonna say Zoo Tycoon 2.
Hell yeah.
This shit, time suck, addicting, awesome. Like as a kid, I think for me, Zoo Tycoon 2, 2004 maybe, 2003, I don't even remember, but it was that feeling of just like I loved animals, but also like building a park, making it good, and like taking it seriously. It's just like the weird
Caring.
place, caring. You really do. That's like the point of the game is you care. Like I played Roller Coaster Tycoon and I liked it because you could like ride roller coasters. But then I got into Zoo Tycoon and I was like, I could do this. I could run a zoo, and I would play so deep into the night onto my family computer. It would be like hot. Like the computer would be so hot. I'd be like, fuck, my mom's gonna be so pissed. My mom's a CPA, and she probably was just like, what is this? Like, why is the computer not working? Like, it was so, I would go to bed and I would be like, I could smell like burning
Yeah.
shit. Like, and I would just be like, making
Gotta
the
raise my
big-
zebras.
Yes. Making the biggest like orca tank, making the biggest, and like being
That's
like,
the least you can do for those poor guys.
like
Yeah.
I was like, I need to make everything massive. Like I'd build the biggest park and like set up snack stands, and it's just so pleasing to be that bird's eye god POV and just be like, I'm gonna, you know, like I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of a cousin of David's Civ 5 pick in a way. They're, it's not real-time strategy, but it's got that sort of sim aspect.
yeah. But I loved it. It's just stupid, fun kid game that I thought about it during the pandemic. I'm like, should I get this? Should I play it?
Did you see that crazy documentary that came out about Zoo Tycoon 2 and the controversy?
No.
No, it's not real. I'm just kind of doing a bit off of the SeaWorld thing. What was that dog called?
Blackfish.
Blackfish.
Yeah. Rob, that's awesome, dude. Zoo Tycoon 2 for your number 4. Let's hear your number 3.
It's gonna be Halo 2.
Oh! Are you
Halo
dual wielding here?
I'm dual wielding. I'm like, I'm Can you were able to dual wield in 2, right?
Was
Is
it-
that
yeah,
what
it was
you
the
were
first
able to
one?
do it?
That was
That's the
their
first one I
one.
played online, I believe, too, on the Xbox.
I think Xbox Live launched with the game or something like that. It was a
And
huge deal.
and I didn't even own it. My cousin did on his Xbox, and I'd sleep over his house. And he was older than me, and we would play online and just snipe people and just play the game. And it was my first real Halo introduction, and it was awesome. The music I remember being really good for Halo 2. Like I remember the music being amazing. I even remember the story I remember thinking the story was good when I was a kid. And like I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like I was also my first maybe rated M game I was really like playing with my maybe not, but maybe. And I remember just being like blown away by it and how fun it was and how pretty it was. And I was just like, but I love playing online. I love just shooting people in a fun way with aliens and stuff.
And that's one of those things where Halo Combat Evolved is on my list because it was the most meaningful one to me, and it like kicked off my love for sort of the genre of first-person shooters
Yes.
and this series in general. And I spent the most time with it. But I can easily say that like there are other Halo games like this one that are huge steps up in both the multiplayer and
Yes. Yes, 100%. That was just the first one, my first experience of that. Because I was playing, I think Call of Duty and stuff. Like, I would play games, but I'd always be like, they're stressful.
yeah.
Like, the gun games were so stressful to me. Like, it was just like, everybody, you're not playing, my cousin and everybody, every older kid be like, you're dying too much. Halo felt fun to die. It felt
Yeah.
fun, and you could jump high. And I was like, it gave me that satisfaction of like, it was a fun play. It wasn't like realistic, and
Yeah.
I was happy about that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if you
the
got the
shields.
sword for a little while, oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead, you go.
I was gonna say you got the sword for a little while. It didn't matter if you sucked. You could just like get a couple kills.
Yes, and it felt doable online. Felt doable.
I think the thing with Halo is like having that overshield slows down the game just enough that it's not that Call of Duty like sniped. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I mean, even though there was a Halo, there is a online variant called SWAT where it's like no overshields, and it is fun too. But yeah, I think like with the pace of it, the floatiness slows it down in a way that makes it so fun.
and the jumping and like the way you can jump really high is just cool. And I will always love that the game how it got me into the whole series.
Playing as the Arbiter,
Oh,
so controversial, but also a good narrative choice.
it's so good. Rob, number 3 for you was Halo 2. That's a string of 3 number 2 games in a row. Super Monkey Ball 2, Zoo Tycoon 2, and Halo 2.
You're really picking up on the numbers. I didn't even realize that.
I've got the list right in
Connor's
front of
doing
me.
numerology.
Yeah. Mike, let's hear your
Okay.
number 3.
Number 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, The Sons of Liberty.
Yes,
Right
sir.
Again, okay, this game, I almost put Metal Gear Solid 1, but I do think that this game was like bigger for me. Like I had the demo. I played the demo for like 50 hours, I think.
Tanker.
Yes. And like talk about like the level of detail. Like I remember going into that little room that had a bar and I'd shoot, there was a glass that had ice in it. You'd shoot it and then I'd watch the ice cubes slowly melt. And this is a PlayStation 2 game? Like insane. And yes, we love was his name Kojima? Like we love
Yes.
we love these like the story that doesn't make any damn sense and like it's at times feels as serious as a Tom Clancy movie or book, and then all of a sudden it's like they grew them in a flower bed and they became the president, and you're like, what are you talking about? Like he's a clone and all these clones are doing like pure madness. And I
Yes.
love how the story vacillates. It's like also self-serious at all times, and then the silliest thing is happening. And
Yeah, you can also like punch a poster of a girl in a bikini and it makes a boing noise, and if you do it again, the alarm goes off.
yes.
Like just
Yes.
like silly shit.
I mean, I'm sure the conditions the game was developed under were inhumane, perhaps, to these guys, but they had them working, man, and they made it so deep and like texture that I was like, I'm in a different world here. Like, I think this is that Red Dead thing too. You're like, look at videos online and people are like, look at the level of detail when I shoot this like rabbit or whatever. That kind of stuff has an impact on you and does like build up over time. And this game has that, in addition to a crazy fun story, crazy fun action, going into first person mode and Metal Gear, which was like so crazy.
Yes.
Going from the first game and then making that big of a leap in that second game. And I know there's previous Metal Gears that are not Metal Gear Solid, but yeah, just
Dude.
what a feeling.
I love this game. So good. It's kind of well known now for how prescient it was and how forward looking the game was in a lot of like our future that we're currently living in, a lot of the horrors. And also it was like looking forward to like what the concept of a meme would be. Is like brought up by the Colonel in this game. So it's not only a great game, it's really interesting to look at. But yeah, Mike, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, so good. David, it's time for your number 3.
Yeah, it's an awesome game, Mike. It's on my like honorable mention list and would have been high. It's one of these weird things where it's like it was either going to be honorable mention or like number 5. That's how hard this has been. Okay, so number 3 is Warcraft 3.
Oh wow.
And I'm counting the expansion pack in that.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I am wowing you.
Yeah.
He's wowing you.
So
Wow.
while, and this might say something about what I was like, while, I had my time with Halo 2, but for a lot of the time that other kids were playing Halo 2, me and my best friend Eric were playing Warcraft 3 online, ranked matches, going at it, trying to get ladder.
Wow.
This is for Rob and anybody else who's both younger and doesn't play nerd games. This was a real-time strategy game where
This
your
is WoW,
armies
right? You're talking about WoW?
No, I'm talking about Warcraft 3.
My bad.
This is a game that WoW is based on, but it's not the same gameplay as WoW. So this is a game where it's kind of like Zoo Tycoon, except you're on one side of the map and your opponent's on the other side of the map, and you have to build up your town and build up your army and then get to their side of the map and wipe them out before they do it to you.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
more of a StarCraft like.
It's
right?
Yeah, I mean, so Warcraft came first and then StarCraft came. So
Forgive
this
me.
is like, so it goes like Warcraft, Warcraft 2, StarCraft, Warcraft 3. And Warcraft 3 had this thing called Heroes, where it was like, in addition to your army, you could like raise up like one super dude who like had like special abilities, which was dope. It also had a very strong modding scene. It's where the game Dota came from. If anybody, I mean, our friend of the pod and friend of ours, Artoon, plays Dota like a lot. We'll just say. That was a custom game mode in Warcraft that somebody just made. And so it's both an extremely pleasing game to play, and it also, I mean, and League of Legends is a Dota clone. So like truly like we talk about revolutionary stuff like what are they called? MOBAs don't exist without Warcraft 3. It was a incredibly fun game to play. The story mode, it was a fun, interesting story. You played as all 4 races, so you play a campaign as orcs, then you play as it's human, undead, orcs, and then night elves. So like it's like you play as everything, like you do everything. It's just a super fun game. I've tried playing it again. I have atrophied so badly in my skills that it's like embarrassing to play. But I yearn for the time when I was 14 and I had the actions per minute and the focus to be able to actually do something in that game.
Wow.
Definitely a game that is like kind of preserved by the experience you had, and I guess for better or worse, you can't really erase that memory by playing it today for the reasons you just said. That's your number 3. Now I see the number synergy. I see it,
Yeah.
David. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
he's okay.
gonna pee real fast. Keep talking.
Have fun,
10-1.
Rob. David, let's stay with you for your number 2.
Okay. So this is a great one for Rob to be in the bathroom for. Um, this is going to be modded Skyrim. So I'm not saying stock vanilla Skyrim.
Yes.
You want Thomas the Tank Engine flying through the sky.
I want Thomas the Tank Engine coming through. I want to be able to carry a gun. I want to be able to do whatever I want in that game. I mean, Skyrim's awesome. It's an awesome game. It probably doesn't make my top 10. Um, with mods, beefing it up, blowing
Uh-oh.
out the world, doing all that stuff. Uh, it is a game that I'll delete from my hard drive or from my PlayStation or my Xbox. I have it on everything. And then I'll boot it up and just be like, what are some different mods? And it completely changes the game or changes the game just enough for me to run back in. It's fun. You can shoot magic. It's a first person shooter for somebody whose nerves are completely shot like mine are. So yeah, I love the game. I love the little again, have probably put 1,000 hours into it, have never played the main story. Um, and I just love that I'm just making these little headcanon where I'll be like, all right, I'm a cat man, and I'm addicted to drugs and I'm a thief and now I'm gonna go play the game. Or I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm an elf and and I want to join the army and I'm gonna go play the game.
And
So
I have a
good.
gun.
And I have a gun this time.
Like you, David, I've never finished the main campaign, but I've had like three meaningful like runs and with characters, and it's in my top 10. I just love just bopping around that world, getting into trouble, killing dragons, and going down quest lines.
Oh,
So good. That's your number two,
yeah.
Mike. Let's hear your number two.
Okay, number 2 from the PlayStation 1. I have Destruction Derby 2.
Whoa!
Yeah, Mike.
Sicko
Uh,
stuff.
this is really sick behavior, and I actually I watched somebody play this on YouTube today, and I watched like the boot up screen that I hadn't seen in so long.
Wow.
Um, this game is perhaps unplayable now. I don't know what it would be like, but it was a racing game that had like degrading car stuff. Like your car would get messed up. You had to it was like a destruction derby and a racing game, which Rob and I played a lot of with a game called Wreckfest. Or
Wreckfest,
Wreck.
yeah.
Is that what it's called? Wrecked or Wreckfest?
I think it's,
I forget.
yeah, one of those two.
And that game also rocks. But this was again me in that era of it's the 90s. I'm in my bedroom. I have my PlayStation 1 and my body is changing and I'm growing up.
But these
I just
cars,
did-
you can get it out of your system, dude. You can get all that
with
rage
these
out.
cars smashing into each other, I could get something out. Yeah.
Oh, those kinds of
Um,
games, you really get it out of your system.
Yes, and it's also the kind of game I almost put Red Faction on this list too because
Yeah.
I love things that degrade, whether it be the environment or the car. It's just something I still feel like is underutilized in video games is like cars that you drive and break apart, and having a game where if you have an axe, I guess Minecraft does this, but I don't play that kid shit. But where you can just chop through something, you know what I mean? Like, how many times have you been in a game where you're like, I have a gun, I should be able to shoot this lock or whatever.
Yeah.
Just that, I think this game scratched that itch for me very early on, and it's just so fun. So fun.
Destruction Derby 2 and the second spot on Mike's list. Rob, will he make it 4 titled 2 games in a row for his number 2? We'll see.
I think technically this is a 2, but it's
Oh.
not in the title, I'm thinking. Super Smash
Oh.
Brothers Melee.
Oh, it is, Rob. This
It is
I
a
think
2.
this qualifies.
And I would say
Oh.
that Melee, I loved the first one on the 64. I was obsessed.
Same.
But Melee, to me, I put so many hours into it, got everybody, got all the characters. played it alone. I mean, you play it with friends, but I play it by myself and just do run throughs with characters and try to do it like do the different games and like puzzles as fast, whatever like the little challenges were. And it was such a fun game to play with your friends. And if I would just play, I mean, I'm a Luigi guy,
Oh,
and I play with Luigi like all the time. Someone said Joe Biden is like we could play with Luigi also. Someone said that once to me. I thought that was really funny. They're like
If
Joe
he were still
Biden's
alive.
if he were still alive, if he knew where he was. But like,
Joe Biden ordered Luigi Mangione to kill the CEO of United Healthcare.
Melee is awesome. It's just like the game got better. The game got better from the first one. They got better, but I never was as happy as when I first played that one compared to the other games, like the other Super Smash games, which I know are great, but I never got into them as much as that one. They were just fun, and I'm like, to me, another Nintendo game that I'm like, it's just built for everyone to play, and they make it so fun to do that. It's like it's a fighting game where you're just ripping each other's heads off and like smacking people around, and it's great. And the map, I love the stadium.
You got the mods. You got the mods. You can rip Mario's head off.
No, but you are like when people get weak and they like turn that weird reddish color, you're like, I'm about to destroy you, dude.
Oh,
And
you
it
pull
was-
out that baseball bat.
Oh my God. And like you're just like the sound of when you up jump someone into the sky and it's like ching, and you just know you nuked them into the sky and they turn into a little crystal, they turn into a little star in the back is
Yeah.
maybe one of the it's just a very satisfying fighting game.
Oh yeah.
it's so good. There's so much that game. I had a few other things going for it too. It expanded the roster from the first game, which
Yeah.
was really cool. There were still characters we had no idea who they were. It was fun to unlock and find out what was in the game,
Yeah,
from
and
stages to characters. So
And when you're like not really like for me, I'm not like super young, so it's not like I was going on like I didn't have a phone. I couldn't see what all the characters were. It was like kind of word of mouth, maybe
Yeah.
some of the characters. Someone was like Mr. Game and Watch, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta get this Mr. Game and Watch guy.
Yeah.
It's
And
Mustard Girl.
Yeah,
You're like,
and-
oh, Mustard Girl.
dude, and you're at school and some kid's like, he's like, I unlocked Darth Vader, and you believe him.
yeah, yeah, yep.
You know, when you're a kid my age, you get when you're like, I don't know when it came out in like 2004, 3.
2001.
Oh my God, I must have
Yeah.
been so young. I was 7, but like, yeah, kids would be like, but I was addicted to it.
Yep.
It's my favorite game. I love it.
So that was your number 2. Rob, why don't you finish off your list and tell us your number 1?
It's a game that I wanted to do for Call Me by Your Game, but someone else already did it.
Oh,
Connor,
no.
I think you know what it is. Maybe you don't. By the way you said, oh no, is going to be SSX Tricky.
Oh!
Ooh.
The first, yeah, I believe, I don't know if it's the first one or whatever it is, but it's on the
I think
PS2.
it's the third one, right?
It's at least I think it's a sequel to SSX. It's kind of like basically an SSX Deluxe. It's amazing, Rob. Hi, Bongo.
It is.
This is actually the cat from Stray. I have him, and I thought I'd pull him out for a little cameo.
Oh, huge. Just a celebrity sighting.
But this game it's perfect. It is a perfect game to me. It's what you want when you play I hate when I was growing up, they're like, we have a snowboarding game, and you'd be like, yes, and it would be so real. Like they would try to make it realistic, and I'm like, SSX Tricky just did that thing where you're like, no, you get a power up and then you like can throw your board around your neck and like spin it around. And
Yeah.
like the characters were crazy, the voice acting was great, the music, the theme song was tricky, you know.
Oh,
That
And it would
bongo.
play. Yeah, Bongo just jumped
Yeah.
off of the the desk onto his little perch.
Rob,
But-
did you have a go-to character?
Oh man, like I decked out everybody. I was like when I was a kid, 2001, I'm probably picking Simon. He had
I was
spiky
gonna
hair and a
guess
tank.
Simon.
He would go, he was like crazy. He would like you could punch people and they'd fall and he'd be like,
Yeah.
ha, 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 sorry, I punched a girl. And you'd be like, what the fuck? And then there's Eddie who was like a hippie, and then I'd be like, dude, Elise, who was on the cover, she was this hot blonde with like Charlize Theron like Charlize Theron kind of like blondish short hair, and like the game, all characters were fun. Each character had its own personality of like board play and
Motion play and board play.
board play. And I was obsessed, and It was so fun, very easy to play,
I think it
and
still holds up well. I've played it recently enough, if which is probably no surprise, and it's
I
still
played it in
as
I
fun as
played
it
it in the
was.
pandemic with Jack Gilbert
Oh,
at his childhood home with and he's like, "Oh, I have SX Tricky." And we played it for 3 days straight during the pandemic.
that's
Why don't they
amazing.
make a new SSX or remaster
It's
that?
EA, so I feel like EA sucks
Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know what's going on there, but the EA Big, that branch that made these games, I don't think it's been around for a long
because
time.
the sequels were bad to that
There were some
game.
bad ones, yeah.
Like
All the people who made
SSX2,
this, the company who made that game is now making mobile games for
Owned- they're
Zynga.
owned by Saudi Arabia, though, Jeff.
I've spoken with Mohammed bin Salam, and this is this is his number one priority now that he owns EA.
like
Uh,
that game. Um, oh, and I just realized I left my favorite game off, but it's okay.
Say it now.
we'll do honorable mentions.
Okay.
Okay.
But Rob, you're number one on your list, SSX Tricky. Before we go, I'll have you count down from 10 to 1 again, or I could do it for you if you don't have it if you didn't write it down exactly in front of you. Mike, what is sitting atop your list at number 1?
Halo 3.
Oh,
This
Best.
is the game that I played the most. I got this right as I was moving in my junior year in college. I was moving into a house with 3 other lads, and Halo 3 was the centerpiece of that college experience. And I was playing so much. I was a very bad student at the time. I wasn't, I was staying up late every night playing for hours, playing online. This is the best I ever became at a video game. Like, I remember I would play with even like the nerdy kids who,
You didn't normally talk to.
well, I'm not trying to like get clipped here, but like I would play with groups of kids who had other interests, and a lot of them, like, I would be like,
What are you dancing around?
I was playing with these Filipino kids who were super serious,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they let me play with them, and they were like, this one guy brought me in, and he was like, the other guy he brought wasn't good enough, and they were like, you can hang, and I was like, oh my god, like it was just the most serious online experience in my life, and yeah, I think this game it's in my DNA now. I've just done it so much.
the co-op campaign too is so much fun to play with somebody.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and it's Halo. Of course, they were like, we ran out of time making the story, so it's madness, and the
It's so hard to
campaign is deeply
navigate.
flawed.
So hard to
Yeah,
it's so hard to navigate like where to go always.
but no, this is it, man. We're still trying to get back to this experience of just Halo 3.
It was, I don't think it was Halo's last or Bungie's last Halo, but it was their last numbered Halo, and it
Well, no,
lasted
there's
for
Halo
so
4.
long.
There was Halo 4.
But I think 343 made that.
Yes, it wasn't Bungie. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Still, 3 is just a kind of a masterpiece.
Yes.
Uh,
So,
Incredible. We'll circle back to you for some honorable mentions in a second too, Mike. But David, what is your personal favorite game of all time?
Okay, so I had to break numerology for this one. And I also chose not to cheat because I think there was a way to cheat to really hammer this as my number one, but I chose Mass Effect 3.
Oh!
Mass Effect 3?
Mass Effect 3. For me, first of all, it's the marriage. It is bomb narrative, fun gameplay, and it had multiplayer. It had everything.
romance options.
Romance options.
Definitely a lot of romance options on
I
this
mean,
kind of
honestly,
game.
that was, I'm not going to lie, that was part of it. Of course, that was part of it. Like, and,
Miranda.
oof. Hey, listen, when you grow up, Jack. It was, I genuinely don't think that any game has achieved what that series achieved. There have never been 3 AAA games that are telling a continuous story where so many plot lines have paid off, where so much of what you do has been uh, incorporated into what can happen in that final game. To tell a continuous story. I know people freaked out at the ending. I didn't have the same problems with the ending, but it also didn't matter because you got like 10 different endings throughout the course of the game of all these different little seeds you planted throughout the Mass Effect games. It
So cool.
was like the combat just kept getting better throughout the series. You play Mass Effect 1, it feels like something from the Stone Age, and Mass Effect 3 is pretty tight and fun and fast. The again, the story, the dialogue. I know that the morality system is a little bit dated, but holy shit, what that game achieved and how that game achieved all of that on the pressure of following up some of the highest rated games of all time is it I don't think it gets enough credit. I know because Mass Effect 2, everybody's like, oh, that game's perfect. That game's so fun. The suicide mission. Yes, Mass Effect 2 is incredible. People are mad because Mass Effect 3 had an ending, and when things have an ending, there are ways to criticize it. That game is incredible. That game to me is I have not seen anybody do anything like that. If you take into account the prequels, like again,
Yeah.
there people have done it in one-off games, but never like that.
Well, just that your choices that you're making in game one can carry through three and have consequences is it's an achievement.
Yeah.
David, a couple years ago we played the first game for a Games Club series. A few months later, I played 2 for a co-op episode, and now I still have that playthrough on deck at some point to finally finish off with Mass Effect 3. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And now with the trilogy, which is sometimes on sale for $5, it's maybe
cheap.
the best bang for your buck you can get. And it comes with all the DLC, which fills in a lot of gaps. Like it's remarkable.
Amazing. Guys, give yourselves a pat on the back. You've all done it. You've all made a top 10 list. Before we go, I'm gonna get us out of here pretty quick. I'm gonna open the floor for some honorable mentions. Rob, maybe I'll start with you. Do any come to mind?
Just one. I can't believe I put it off the list. I have it on my computer, but not on my written thing here, which isn't even in order from what I gave you. But Battlefront 2 on the PS2. I
Oh,
thought was like one of the most playable, fun games because it was the most fun game to be a Jedi. I understand like there's the Force Awake or there was what is it called? The other Star Wars games that came out on like
Force
PS4 and
Unleashed?
what is it called?
Jedi Survivor or whatever.
Or no, that's just like is it Force Unleashed? What is it
Oh, there's
called?
also the Jedi Academy games.
Like those games are fun and like but the later ones that came out way later where you're like it's a more like flowy kind of Jedi fun game. I get it, but Battlefront 2 was just really fun to play a stormtrooper and just shoot things and play both sides. You can go through the games. The music was Star Wars music blasting while you're playing in your favorite maps. I would say that game I played more than like probably like maybe a top 5 game I played more than any
Wow,
other game. I love that game. Battlefront 2.
amazing. Uh,
That's awesome.
Mike,
Okay,
any
I got
honorable
some.
mentions?
I wrote Mass Effect 3. That was a
Ooh,
banger. Metal Gear Solid 1, Fallout New Vegas, LA
ooh,
Noire,
Oh,
and a game called Fear,
oh
Fear,
man. Yeah.
which was like a first-person shooter that had like a time slowdown thing, and you were fighting like Spec Ops soldiers and ghosts and stuff.
whoa.
It's a scary game. It's a very like frightening game. There's a sequel that was also good, but this first one was really cool.
That's so good. David, how about you?
Okay. I mean, I wrote down too many to say, so I'll say a couple quick things. One, shout out Jackbox because again, I don't even really like those
Shout
games,
it.
but they got us through COVID, didn't they?
They did
Yes.
great. They did great.
They did a great job. So shout out Jackbox. Couple quick ones. NBA 2K11, the first one that had Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Gran Turismo 3 for the PlayStation 2. Marvel versus Capcom 2, um, the N64 Zeldas especially. But then what was the one that I wanted to? Oh, maybe I said it. But those were the ones. Yeah.
Those are
That
Those are the
good.
ones.
rocks.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, and then my little card games, Slay the Spire and Monster Train.
Yes, I was surprised it took this long for me to hear you say the words Monster Train.
I almost put Vampire Survivor, which is not a card game, but I almost put Vampire Survivor
Oh
on there.
Super
man.
fun.
And Dead
That-
Space. I want to put Dead
Oh,
Space in there
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
By the way, okay, that's it. I'm done.
Well, to close things out, I'm going to count down everyone's lists from 10 to 1. I'll start with you, David, since we just had you. We have
Oh yeah.
number 10, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 9, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Number 8, Final Fantasy 7. Number 7, Pokemon Soul Silver. Number 6, Hades. Number 5, Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Number 4, Final Fantasy 7. Did I say that earlier for number 8?
You said 7 when you meant 8.
Yeah, 8 is Final Fantasy 8. 7 is in the 4th slot here. We have Warcraft 3 at number 3. Number 2 is Skyrim. I have in parentheses with mods at number 1. Mass Effect 3. For old Michael here, we have number 10, Final Fantasy 7. Number 9, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Number 8, The Forest. Not a real game, but that's a great choice. 7, Red Dead Redemption 2. 6, Batman Arkham Asylum. 5, God of War 2018. 4, Bioshock 3. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. 2, Destruction Derby 2. And 1, Halo 3. And for Robbie, we've got 10. We have a tie between Madden 2004 and NCAA Football 03. Number 9, Smashing Drive. Number 8, Wii Sports. Number 7, 007 Nightfire. Number 6, Simpsons Road Rage. Number 5, Super Monkey Ball 2. Number 4, Tycoon. Number 3, Halo 2. Number 2, Super Smash Brothers Melee. Number 2. And number 1, SSX Tricky. That will do it for another top 10 favorite games of all time. You all did it. You did the impossible. You braved something that people have a lot of fear over and agonize over, is making a top 10 favorite list of games. On our way out, I'm going to open things up for you guys to plug anything if you want to promote something here on the show. David, do you have anything to plug?
Sure. You can check out Soft Improv Monday nights at UCB. Don't know when our next show is. Probably Monday, April. Jesus Christ, Monday, August 17th. So just go to ucbcomedy.com. Check out that schedule. We're there every Monday, so can't miss us.
Beautiful. Mike. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Listeners, go ahead and tell us who got it right with this top 10. And I want to plug Balls of Fury on Netflix. It's a movie that I never had seen until the other night, and it really it's good.
ping
It's very
pong
funny.
one?
Ping pong one, yeah. I
Oh,
recommend it.
okay.
It's leaving soon on Netflix, so check it out. And yeah, or go to UCB and see my team that plays on Mondays called Cowboy Mama.
Beautiful. And Rob.
Wow, I love the Balls of Fury shout out. I also like Mike lurking around the about to leave the page of Netflix, and that's cool. I'm gonna start doing that. I'll start only going after things I know are leaving the shelves.
Yeah.
You're like, it's about to expire. I gotta eat this.
Like as if it's not going to be on another one, but it will. But I mean, they're weird like that. I would say, for me, I'm on a sketch team improv team with Mike Cowboy Mama, who just mentioned on Mondays. But then I have a show coming up on August 22nd, a sketch show, Ask Sketch at UCB with Kel Mitchell from All That. If you like All That and you remember Kel Mitchell from Good Burger,
So cool.
you should know him if you don't, but he'll be there. He'll play with us. So come check us out on Saturday at 7 p.m., 22nd of August.
Incredible. Well, I'll just go ahead and close things out with some plugs of my own. You can find the cover artist of Call Me By Your Game, Glenn J, on his Instagram, which is in the show notes, just like all of these things that we're plugging. So check out his Instagram to see the other cool art he's made. You can follow the podcast on Blue Sky, Instagram, and YouTube to see a video version of this. They're we didn't have any cool visual cues. I mean, I did show off my new copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you want to see that, go check out the video version of the podcast. You can follow me on Blue Sky if you'd like. You can also follow the network at Super NPC Radio, wherever you get your stuff. And if you like this podcast and you want to support it, there's a few ways you can do that. You can share it with a friend if they love video games or any of the games we mentioned today. You can also leave a rating and review for us on the Apple Podcasts app. And then lastly is check us out on Patreon over at patreon.com/Super NPC Radio, where we have a bunch of bonus video game podcast stuff just like this that's behind a paywall. It all eventually comes out for free, but there's great stuff there like our current Mina the Hollower Games Club. That probably sounds like a game Rob is describing me to talk about earlier, like Stick Poke 3.
I really want you to talk more about Stick Poke 3.
Hey, maybe I do on the Patreon. You'll have to go check it out. But that's going to do it for another episode of Call Me By Your Game. We will see you on the next one.